Hello. I wanted to do a quick one here on the current RFK Jr. controversy after his remarks on autism. So I haven't made a video in a while. I'm getting a different setup, and we'll be doing more videos in the future here, getting back to some reaction videos, some toe walking, AFO leg brace videos. My daughter's doing great with her AFOs. So, but I wanted to talk about this controversy real quick because I don't think it should be a controversy. I understand I think people have a problem with what he said in that news conference. I think it was more about the way he said it that offended so many people. Because I don't see how it's controversial to try to do some investigations into what's going on. And there is something going on. I have a great video that I'm going to link in the description from Dr. John Campbell. It's called Autism Massive Increase. Now, he doesn't go into any of why this is happening. He just documents in detail over the years the increase in autism. I understand that part of this is because we have a wider spectrum now, which I would argue isn't necessarily a good thing. So having a wider spectrum kind of makes things a little more difficult, especially with these comments that RFK Jr. had said. He was talking about severe autism. So when he said the comments about never play a baseball game, never go on a date, or problems potty training, some of these things are true, and for certain kids. Now, this wider spectrum, I think that's part of the reason people are taking offense to it. Because I've seen comments from people that are talking about, I'm autistic and I recently got my PhD and got married and all that stuff. So a person like that is obviously more high functioning than somebody with severe level 3, low functioning autism is not going to be doing that. Maybe someday, we know levels change and all that stuff. But the main thing I wanted to say is this shouldn't be a controversy. And I don't do controversies on this channel. This is going to be help for parents and tips and tricks and stuff, but there is no controversy here. I don't see how there could be. Investigation is a positive thing. Now, people have brought up, I don't know where it's coming from, but there's no denial that there is an increase happening. And I think it's a positive thing to investigate some of these other things. People have brought up the vaccines and how there was an investigation 20 years ago. I would counter that there's nothing wrong with investigating again, right? I mean, who would have a problem with that? So I think a lot of people took it personally when they didn't have to. I would have more questions for RFK personally. I could go into a couple of those, just that if we find out that this is because they've come out and said that it's outside factors that are causing this. And if we find out that there's somebody is responsible, then would they be held accountable? I would actually have three main questions for RFK Jr., and I may write him a letter or get in contact with him. If we find out that somebody's responsible, is there going to be an investigation into whether they knew about it and covered it up? That would be question one. Question two, is there going to be some kind of financial recompense for parents of autistic children to help out with the financial burden? Because there is a financial burden. I know there was a part of that speech where people were offended by him saying that things are a burden. I don't think he meant that the kids are a burden. We all love our kids, but there's no denying that it's challenging. I think he could have used better language, and I think a lot of people would have been more okay with it. And then my third question would be, what can we in this country, in the United States, can we kind of force the FDA to look into some of these alternative measures that in other countries have shown promise with autistic kids, such as stem cell therapy, decheminization, heavy metals, getting those washed out, of the brain, and because other countries do this stuff. A lot of people bring up the argument that it's not FDA approved, and yeah, I think that they might be slow walking some of this stuff. So anyway, the main point I wanted to make here is that I'm scared that autism is being turned into a political issue, and it's not. It's definitely not. This is everybody. People who are affected by autism, is the numbers of people is growing every year, and that it affects everyone, both political sides. It's not a political issue. This is a medical issue, and we should treat it that way. And we should. There's nobody denying science here. Science is rechecking facts, doing investigations, right? It's not avoiding looking into something because of a political opinion or aspect. That's the main thing I am scared of, is that autism becoming a political issue, and it's not. Let's keep it a medical issue. Let's keep helping each other out. I don't like the arguments I've seen online about this. I think that it's an exciting time, that there's a spotlight now. How many of us have wanted this? For how long? This is a huge issue, huge part of our lives. And now we're arguing amongst ourselves because of the way somebody worded it. The fact is, investigations and shining a light on this is good. So anyway, just wanted to make that video quick. I'm getting a new setup here, more videos to come, like I said, and we'll get back at it. So, all right, see ya.